Hello and welcome back to Paragon. I've made a bunch of guides on characters with advice, gameplay and builds. It was great to see so much value and use out of those videos, and it's time for me at last to make some similar impact with new videos. We're going to start with some fun and useful tricks you can pull off in the game thanks to the awesome 3D environment and mechanics. The skill cap is very high and there's a lot to show, so today let's show off some useful tricks you can use in your own games. Now this is targeted at newer players who've just started playing, but you might find some useful tips here that you didn't think of during your own gameplay. Let's start with a super basic one to get things started. It's Swim Blast. His rocket dash ability is simple to use. Press it to chase someone who's just out of reach or even escape someone who's about to catch up with you. However, what about using it to manipulate gravity? That's right, that's way more fun. Simply jump off a ledge and then activate the dash while trying to move backwards. The beauty of this trick is that it's so simple. If someone is chasing you, you can jump off a ledge while they jump after you and then dash straight back, which will then trick them into falling down while you make your flashy escape. This comes up more than you might think, so give it a go in your own games. Next, let's talk about Steal. This big brute has an amazing game changer of an ultimate. The huge area stun knockup can be used in many great situations, but due to the nature of the jump, you hop up in the air quite high. You can actually use this to your advantage for some very sneaky ganks. Simply go to a ledge from below and fire off your ultimate while you're pretty close to the ledge, and it'll send you flying up suddenly, crashing down on the poor people under you. I found some great success in this trick, and damn, it is fun to land, so go slam dunk some people if you dare. Moving on to our next character tip on Decker. I've seen some crazy good play of Decker recently. I was lucky enough to see both Beanhead and Space Hamster play during some fun LAN sessions for the launch of Paragon Open Beta, and I caught Beanhead doing something so simple but so effective at this event. Use her jump ability near your own or the enemy inhibitors. There's some wonderful ledges that match her jump height perfectly. You can hop up and down at your leisure while even ranged enemies can't catch or hit you. It's massively useful because while you're so far away and high and safe, you can still use her abilities because they have great range. And you can be part of a big key fight while out of the danger zone. Not to mention, while someone's just chasing you around trying to get you off these ledges, you can just bounce back on up and just mess with them. It's really fun to be so slippery. Let's get to another simple but great tip. This one's about Gadget and her speed gate. Now you might not realize it, but her speed gate isn't just used for heroes. No. You can actually be used on minions as well. Why is this so useful or effective? Well, if you use it during a push, you can get those slow minions to the tower you're attacking much faster. Now the idea does seem basic, but give it a try. It's very effective. You might notice that you wait for minions a lot when pushing a tower, and this can really help. However, be smarter with it. Start speeding up a minion wave that's even further back, that's not even at the fight yet. The result will be 2 minion waves working together in the lane, causing what is known as a slow push. A huge wall of minions will be pushing a lane while the fighting happens somewhere else, and often this huge bundle of minions can get a sneaky kill on a tower while no one's paying attention. Next up we have Gideon. For us players who know basic mechanics, at face value this is an obvious tip. When you press your ultimate as Gideon, you channel a black hole over time. What you might not know is that if you do it while in mid-air, you ignore gravity for a little while and hang in the air. This can be extremely useful because you're out of the range of most melees while pumping out the ultimate. Importantly as well, it's harder to interrupt your cast while you're up high, but do note currently, the further you are from a target with your black hole, the less pull you have from the black hole, and the damage can be worse. It's something to think about when you do it. Here's a bonus tip for Gideon. Your teleport can be used by others. You might not think so because you need to jump into it before it will actually work. If you don't jump into the portal, it often won't function. So be smart with Gideon and reposition your allies before a fight for some awesome flanks and even some up on high ranged attacks. Oh, and finally, you can cancel ultimates by pressing the ultimate a second time. You might find that you missed an ultimate or there's just no one nearby, so it's best to just get out of it and stop being stuck to one spot. So simply press the ultimate a second time. This works for a lot of characters. Following up with the idea of hanging in the air like Gideon's ult, you can actually do it with a few other characters. Here's one with Kalari. Now, double jumping on Kalari is a great way to escape a situation. Following it with a stealth is a great way to escape a situation. However, what if the enemy players are playing very well and they put down a ward that can reveal your stealth? Then you're screwed, and maybe there's 3 of them and you just don't have time. What a great thing to do is double jump and hit your ulti while you're in the air, allowing you to hang in the air in a safe spot where they can't hit you for that brief moment before you teleport and zip away from the danger. It can work amazingly when multiple people are ganking you and can just leave people in your dust. It requires very quick reactions because you have to choose where you want to teleport, which target you're going to go to before you're even done in the air and before you start falling down again. So it's something that you might have to practice, but it is very effective at escaping ganks. Here's a fun one. Grux can pull enemies with his smash and grab ability from some really weird spots. As long as you actually land the ability on an enemy, you can still rip people from above or below, and it works really strangely, but I am not going to complain. Use this to your advantage. Pull people from a lane into the jungle or some other special spots, as you can see. And now for a combo tip, Murdoch's ultimate is amazing. You can hit it from global range through walls, but use your brain and your team to land even more shots. Work together by planning your ultimates. Steel, for example, with his ultimate can crash down on someone while you send your laser right where the enemy will land. Or simply get creative. Even Grux's smash and grab can work if you know the timing. Literally pulling enemies into the pain of the laser. So if you're playing with a friend, start being smart and try some of these things on any character with any combo. It can really work in your favor. Best of luck in your own games, guys. There's tons of more tips and tricks that I can share with you guys, and I hope that they get more advanced compared to these basic ones as we go. Let me know how you liked the video, and if you have any tips that suit this style, then share them in the comments, and it might just make it into a future video. Thanks so much for watching and listening, and I will see you guys next time.